Okay, so today's Facebook advertising seminar I've done in the past. The Facebook advertising is something I've been doing for 16 years. Back when I was selling real estate, I did Facebook advertising when they came out with their first ad models, very basic. You could basically have a couple different options, and they really have, over the last 15 years, boosted those options up to include many different things and taken some things away. So we're going to talk about that. The last seminar I did was how to create landing pages or use landing pages within Facebook advertising so that you could have your website promoted, you can boost postings that you put on Facebook. Today, I'm going to be talking about instant forms, and this is not something that I've used in the past because they didn't have this feature back when I ran advertising. The advertisement is typically sent out to other landing pages. So this will be a very new seminar that hasn't been done in the past. And I think it's a great opportunity for those that are maybe a little less techy, actually. They will now have the ability, you'll have the ability to create an advertisement as long as you have a picture and something to give as value. Essentially, it's fill in the form and you get the lead. So I'm going to show you how you can get creative with that and create some leads through these instant forms. Just as an overview, Facebook is a very good advertising opportunity for you. Other online advertisers, such as Google, you can advertise on LinkedIn, even TikTok and YouTube and all the other ones. Facebook has always been effective in the fact that it's visual. It shows up on a news feed. They are also connected with a few other sources that some people are not aware. So, for example, Facebook owns Instagram, WhatsApp, and a few other sources where the advertisement gets out to those platforms as well. So you will see that it's not just Facebook that you're advertising on. However, you do have that ability just to have Facebook if you wanted it to. But a lead's a lead, and whatever form is better, Facebook has an algorithm to figure that out. They're there to support you, and if something creates more leads on a certain device or certain platforms such as Instagram, WhatsApp, and all the rest of it, then they will only so they'll cut out the advertising that's less effective, and they'll boost the ones that are more effective. But first of all, you have to have a Facebook personal account as well as a business Facebook page. You can't have a business Facebook page without a personal Facebook account. And you need a personal account, yes, to have that business page. So when you first sign up for Facebook, that you do have a Facebook personal account. Just make sure that you add a business page to it. There are many different YouTube videos on how to add a Facebook page, business Facebook page, if you're looking to do that, including if you go on to our Century 21 Heritage Group training page and search for it. Even at the bottom, I've put on other training pages at the bottom of our training platform on YouTube that are specific to train how to use certain things such as Facebook, Instagram, etc. So those are also good, helpful links to learn how to add a business page. And today's seminar is not about adding a business page. It is about using the Facebook ad module. And number three, when I did this seminar before, I talked about landing pages, and it says you should have a landing page, a place to send people. In this course, I am going to be teaching you how to utilize Facebook ads without a landing page. So let's create that landing page with an instant form. First of all, and I've already gone through this, you'll take a tutorial if you don't have the business page, and then yeah, I've already mentioned that. Here's an example of landing pages. So this landing page is your spotlight listing page. It's a great landing page if you're promoting things like your own listings. Julia example, this is Julia's listing at Concession Road, and this is her spotlight marketing program. So you can boost that page, and these are examples of landing pages. We also have a remarketer program, things like how much is your house worth, how much is your home worth. Those are examples of landing pages. The Below there's also the in Remarketer an opportunity to find out how much your neighbor's house is worth or how much your neighbor's sold for, and then therefore giving you the value of comparison of your home and a market evaluation for you. So there's different landing pages that they're popular to have out there. But what if you don't have those landing pages, or if you want to try something more creative? That's when we get into instant forms. So I did a temporary demo page this morning, just before this seminar, just to show you what it would look like. And we'll see that today because I'm actually going to build it for us. So, but I wanted to show you the end result. This is an example of an ad that is currently on Facebook. Click here to see all homes with pools for sale. Right. Let's say you just wanted to, and think about the endless opportunities here. What are people looking for? Well, not everyone's just looking for a house for sale. What if they're looking for a house for sale with a large lot, or just bungalows for sale, or cottage properties for sale, or just it's endless, right? So if it's a specific type of property that people are looking for, that's not available on realtor.ca or any of the other third-party programs or portals for searching for homes. So why not provide them that service? And they will fill in the form if they're like, yeah, I just can't find, how do I search for just properties with pools? Well, here's your opportunity. So that was my example today. It's summertime, looking to move to a home with a pool. Get this instant alert with homes for sale with pool. Learn more. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to shift over to Facebook. So you log into your Facebook account. And typically when you log in, you will have your personal account set up. And it'll go straight to your personal page. So, or your homepage. But it is your personal account in the top right-hand side. You'll see that it's your profile. You'll also see on the left-hand side, I have shortcuts here for my pages I manage. And one of them happens to be a business page that I called Aaron Richardson, which is just a business page for myself. There it is. So you click on there. As soon as you're on your business page, this allows you now to set up advertising. Okay. As you can see right now, if you scroll down, you'll see on my post that Century 21 has put on through back at you. Okay, but the top right-hand side, you've got a list of menu items. So you're going to click on those menu items. You're going to go to add. So that's your advertising. And it'll bring up an ads manager. Now, if you do not have your ads manager set up, it may ask for information such as Visa card, et cetera, et cetera. I've actually used this quite a bit. I've helped agents out. I've helped their company out myself in the past, done advertising it. So I've got lots of different ads in there already set up. Your account will probably need to be set up if you've never done a Facebook account before. Okay, so I'm just kind of, again, giving you that heads up. Again, lots of tutorials on how to set up an ads account as well as a business page. But what I want to show you today is it's saying, okay, we're going to create a new campaign. And I'm going to teach you a little bit about how some of the dialogue and some of the terms that Facebook uses in order to ask you questions. I found it a bit confusing, especially even before when I was doing it. And it's still to this day, what's the difference between a campaign, for example, and an ad set? Okay, so I'm going to help you guys out with that. The campaign is what, if you're going to do an ad campaign, I'll take the pool as an example, and we're going to build out that campaign anyway. The campaign is a revolving around finding people that are interested in buying homes with pools. So that's what we're going to call it. Okay. The objective of the campaign is to generate leads. So I'm going to hit lead generation. There's other options here. I don't want to go into the other options. I've done the other options in the past, like just get traffic to your website or engagement on your website. If you have an app that you want to promote video views of some training or whatnot. So there's different things you want to do. Are you trying to get your brand out there, or are you just trying to reach as many people as possible, et cetera, et cetera. So today we're just going to do lead gen. Okay. And it says name your campaign optional. I am going to name the campaign. I'm going to name it homes for sale with pool. Okay, now what's an ad set? An ad set is, and you can, when you're doing ad sets, the reason why I want to explain this is because it does get confusing. Ad sets are essentially the targeted demographics of who you're trying to get to. And there's so many different ways to target people that is not to do with housing. Okay, for real estate, outside of real estate. In the past, we were able to really target people of certain age, demographics, areas, interests, etc. Facebook took that mostly away from us as real estate agents because they found that there was discriminatory practices, like we're targeting certain demographics of age discrimination or area. It was just targeted advertising. We've done it for many years, but they obviously got into some trouble down in the US and they had to make all these changes. So what they did was they created a way that we as real estate agents could do advertisement for housing, and they'll figure out the demographics for us. So they're sort of saying, listen, we know who's looking for houses, we'll target them for you. And that's where they've come up with and I'll show you how to do this. Okay, first of all, I'm going to name this ad set. I'm just going to go Bradford pools as an ad set. Okay, I'm also going to create the ad again, call it homes with pools. So the ad itself, that means the way it shows. So the pictures, right? So now we have a campaign. This whole campaign is about homes for sale with pools. Ad set, Bradford pools, because I'm going to just target Bradford and surrounding areas. And then the ad is going to be homes with pools because I am going to have a picture of a pool in there. And so there's 3 things in there. And that's sort of how you compartmentalize how Facebook considers different ads for you. I'm going to make this very simple, but it could get, and just so some of you that have done ads in the past, there are probably going to be questions of, how come I see so many different ad sets and ads? Put it this way, you can have, 256 different variations of one ad, and for different areas and different demographics and different pictures and different ways it shows ads and everything. We're not going to get into that because it's really confusing. I want to keep this as basic as possible because really basic, sometimes more effective anyway. So we are going to do homes for sales with pools, Bradford, and homes with pools. Hit continue. Okay, there is a lot of information that's going to come up, and I'm not going to go through every single thing to confuse everybody. What I'm going to do is focus on the things that are most important and explain as we go what I'm doing. Okay. It comes up with your campaign name again. If you want to change it, you can change it again. Special ad categories. This is where we have to choose homes. Okay. It's not for credit. It's not for employment. It is for housing, and it's not for social issues. So we are going to choose housing. These are certain categories that we have to choose because it is about houses. If we try and create an ad that is about housing, which is what we do, and we don't choose housing, it's going to deny it. Okay. And it's going to say, sorry, you're not allowed to promote anything to do with housing, real estate, etc., unless you choose the housing category. Okay. It'll even give you some information about that. Select categories that best describe what the campaign will advertise. And if I go into more the reading of why that is, it all has to do with privacy, discrimination, etc. As we go down, yes, we're in Canada. Right? So you're going to click on Canada. And actually, I'm going to see if I can break that down a bit. No. Okay. So I'm just going to choose Canada for now. We will break it down into Bradford in a minute. About this category, it will go into the reasons why housing is. So if you want to do the read up, you can click on the helps prevent discrimination and read all about it. And then the requirements. So it does modify the audience options. It does modify the form options, and it has increased transparency of what you're doing. Again, privacy reasons, discrimination reasons, etc. Read up on it if you'd like. The campaign details. This is an auction type of campaign, which means you're bidding against other people. Just don't worry about that right now. You are just like in Google and other forms of advertising. If there's more people that are bidding for the same audience, the price goes up. If there's less, the price goes down. So if you're selling widgets and nobody else is selling widgets and you're selling a very specific area, it could be a lot cheaper. but because we're competing against other agents, that price has gone up. And typically in Facebook, depending on the type of ad, we'll see it's usually between $20 and $30 a lead. Okay, so it has gotten quite expensive. It used to be $1 a lead back 15 years ago. Now it's $25 a lead. But they're better quality leads with better quality advertising. A/B testing is if you wanted to create different variations of your ad, like an A version, so this picture, and a B version, that picture, and then it'll determine which picture gets more clicks, therefore focusing on the one picture over the other. So you can do an A/B test. We're not going to do that today. We're just going to use one picture. And then you have advantage campaign budgeting. It distributes your budget across all ad sets. If you're doing different ad sets, it's more advanced. So just leave it for now. You can always try different things down the road, but let's get the typical ad created. We'll hit next down on the bottom. Okay, now it's going to open up some more options here. How do you want to connect with people? I want instant forms. That's what I'm showing you today. There are other options, but instant forms seems to be pretty effective. And I think you guys should try it. So instant forms is what I'm going to click on here. The page I am going to promote is my own. So it has to be associated with a page.
Why is my speaker not working?
Oh, somebody is jumping in there. Judy, hey, sorry, Judy, if you could just mute yourself there. Sorry. Okay, so we're back to here. The page is Aaron Richardson. That is the page. If you manage 4 different pages, you've got all your different pages that I've managed in the past. So I've chosen myself, my page and you'll have your own business page there. Now the dynamic creative is if you just wanted them to create basically an ad based on the pictures on your page, and you don't want to do that. So that's off, that's fine. The optimization and delivery. We aren't going to put anything in here because it's already set to that we're optimizing for leads. And we're not going to put in a cost per result goal optional. Like if you want to set this goal for a certain dollar amount, you can do that. But again, we're letting Facebook do the analytics for us on this. So we're not going to tell Facebook. I don't believe, unless you're running hundreds of ads and you've got the total thing nailed down over years of experience, just try and tell Facebook that you're smarter than they are in terms of analytics and what you want to do per click. So I'm just for the ease again is just leave that blank. There are more options, but those are not going to be touched. So budget and schedule, you will have a daily budget. Now it's already telling me this budget may get 0 results. Consider increasing to $18, mainly because of the cost per ad, and they sort of know what the cost per ads on these things are. And right now, $18 is probably going to get me an ad a day, or sorry, a lead a day. So they're saying, you know, at least give you 18. I'm going to put it up to $30 just to get rid of that little exclamation. And that's nice thing about Facebook is they will give you a little exclamation mark when you make a mistake or they think that you're not doing things completely correct. So it really is, it does help you out. I'm going to start date as today, and then I can set an end date, right? So let's say I'm going to start this today and end on Monday. So I'll be doing lead generation all weekend, that sort of thing. Oh, it went from June 29th to July 4th. The start date is set in the past. So I'm going to reset to today, which is June 29th, 7:20 a.m. or for tomorrow, I guess. No, today's the 29th. Yeah. So it is going to start today. The audience. Okay, here's where we used to be able to really hone down on audiences. And in this case, we can only really target area specific to one city plus 15 miles around it. So we're going to choose, because I said Bradford, we already said Canada. So people, now one thing you can change here is the people living or currently in this location. So if they're in Bradford at a restaurant, they're looking at their Facebook, they'll receive the ad. Okay. So will people that live in Bradford, even though, let's say they're taking a vacation in Antarctica. Okay. So they live in Bradford, knows they live in Bradford, they're still going to see your ad. You can change that to people living only in the location, not just people that are visiting or in there, people recently, right? So they traveled to Bradford this weekend, and then the following week they decided to, go on Facebook. They knew you were in Bradford, so maybe you were considering moving to Bradford. And then people traveling. So there are analytics in there, ways that people can say, I'm going on a vacation or I'm traveling to Bradford, so it'll target them. Which one you want to put in there is up to you. I like putting living and recently in is fine with me. It's the area I work in, so you get the benefit of them seeing your name. And if you work in Bradford and you advertise in Bradford, that's never a bad thing for them to see you, right? It's another touch point if you're farming that area, you work in that area. So search for areas, I'll type in Bradford. Do that again, Bradford, oops, Ford, there, it has to find it. There we go. Okay, so they say, yep, we've got you. It's Bradford and surrounding area. You used to be able to bring that down to just Bradford. You can't do that anymore. It says right in there, postal code or zip code selections unavailable. Locations must include all areas within a 25-kilometer radius of any selected city address or drop pin. It's, they've really made sure that you can't target demographically a certain area of town. Let's say, it's just the way it is. Age, you can't change anymore. It's 18 to 65 plus. Just keep in mind, it kind of bothered me at first, but then I realized that Facebook knows when people are looking for homes. And yeah, if you've got a 22-year-old that was in, let's say they made a ton of money in cryptocurrency and they're millionaires now and they're 22 years old, they want to buy a house, great, no problem. We're not discriminating to the 22-year-old that wants to buy a house. So 18 to 65 plus, that's the way it's got to be. All genders, they can't target men and women anymore. Detailed targeting, all demographics, all interests and behaviors. Advanced targeting is set to off and you can't change that. Okay, if you try to, you are probably going to be denied. And in fact, it doesn't say any results. You're just not going to be able to do that. The Advantage Plus placements, Advantage Plus placements is recommended. I will take their recommendation and just leave that. And on the right-hand side, it's going to say, just going to sort of dive down exactly all your different options of what you've chosen and give you an example of what your audience is going to look like. So you have chosen housing as the ad category. The audience definition is defined, which means they know who you're going to put the ad out to. The audience size is between 400 and 450,000 people. The estimated daily results is that you're going to reach daily 700 to 2.1 thousand, and you're going to get less than 10 leads. Okay, so they're saying, listen, we're not giving you a ton of leads for $30 a day. If you want to put it all into one day and sit at your desk and get the leads coming in and work on it throughout a day, that's not a bad idea. I don't mind that. The one thing about generating leads is converting the leads. And when somebody's in front of their computer and they're looking for homes with pools and they submit and I get a lead, I want to give them that list as soon as possible, like within 5 minutes. So I'd rather see you guys do advertisement and go in and create an ad for the day, work those 8 hours and work those leads and then shut it down, rather than you spread it over a week and then you're at the cottage and you're near the pool or whatever it is you're doing. You get a lead and you can't respond. Okay, it's more about the conversions than it is about the generation of the advertisement. Okay, and then you're going to hit next, bottom right. This will take you into the start getting into fun part of putting pictures and stuff and doing some of the creative part of the advertisement. The identity is here. So the Facebook page has already been selected. The Instagram account has been selected because I have an Instagram account. If you don't, it won't go to Instagram. The ad setup. So it's saying, create the ad. And do you want a single image or a video? Or do you want a carousel of more than one pictures? So I like the single picture, just keep it simple. Video only works for certain type of stuff, right? So I actually found the videos to be, it's weird on Facebook, but to less people fill out forms, but video can be very good for example, your farm area. They get to know you a bit if you've got some information about real estate. So if you are doing something for generating some leads for a farm area, video is not a bad idea. but I'm going to click on single image because that's what I want today. And then here's our creative. So this is what the picture, now they've already chosen a picture. It doesn't look like homes with pools to me. They chose a picture that was on my page. It was my header of my page. So I need to change that. So I'm going to click on edit. And I'm going to say, it says change media. And this is what would you like to do? Now I've already uploaded 2 pictures of homes with pools. So I'm going to choose one of those now. And that is this one here. I'm not sure. Yeah, that should work. Use a high quality image. Choose a picture that is yours. Take a picture of a house with a pool. Ask permission. You know, if you use pictures that are like Getty Images, for example, is one of the largest library of pictures in the internet. They will actually get you in trouble if you use their pictures because they've trademarked them. I don't know if everybody's ever received one of those letters in the mail that you've utilized one of their pictures on one of your websites, but that can happen. So I'm just letting you know, copyrighted images shouldn't be used. You should use a picture. So I've used a picture here. I'm going to hit next. And then it's going to give you what those ads are going to look like. I like it, right? It actually came at the original, doesn't necessarily look right. So it's honed in on that. Same here. If I put the original, it's not going to look right. So it's zoomed in. They've done a good job of making it look the way I want it to look. So I'm going to hit done. And there, now I have a picture, and they've made that picture look good on all the different stories, reels, in-stream news. They put it everywhere, and they start to figure out what looks better. Now, the primary text, the headline, the description is interesting, but I never know where this is going to go until I start typing. But the nice thing is Facebook shows you already where it is. So if I just start putting in gibberish, it'll start coming up. Oh, okay, it's the stuff above the picture. This is where your creative is going to get in. The better that you make the description or primary text, the more opportunity that somebody's going to say, yeah, I'll click on that. So I usually like putting stuff in there that's telling the person what to do to get what value. So for example, click below to receive homes. I like saying homes over houses because people buy homes and they sell their house. I know it's weird, but anyway, receive homes for sale. I'm capitalizing everything, but that's up to you. With a pool. I've also noticed that if I went all caps in the past, it's denied the ad with a pool. I don't know if it still does that, but I'm not going to take the risk today. Because if you really make something stand out with all these exclamation stuff, and they say, we don't like that. We want to keep it professional looking. Facebook kind of tells you if they don't like it. The headline is going to go, I'm just going to show you where it goes down below. So right beside the sign up. So headline can be get Bradford and area homes for sale with, you're going to make yours better pool. So get more creative than what I'm getting, but I'm just going to keep that fairly basic. Description, why should, and it tells you, and it's optional, it says, but this will tend to go in an area that is below. I actually am always confused of where the description goes, but I think it's more of if people, I'm going to show you, I think it's right below that headline. And so if you want to kind of explain it a little bit more, so if you want to put terms or conditions, for example, no, let's say unsubscribe anytime or something like that, unsubscribe. I don't want to say unsubscribe. Cancel anytime. I'm just going to leave it blank because it's optional for today. But think of things that you may want to put in there as additional little nuggets. The call to action is what this button is going to look like. And right now it says sign up. You can have apply now, book now, download, get offer, get quote, learn more, subscribe. Sign up sounds sometimes a little bit, I'm signing up for something. I don't want to do that. If I hit learn more, then it's going to say, oh, I'm going to get, this list. So I'm going to hit learn more. I like that. It's a little softer. It's up to you, of course. The destination is tell us where to send people immediately after they tap or click your ad. You can learn more about that. I will put a destination down below, which is the display link. And I'm going to put HTTPS, just like that. It's a website link, and I'm just going to put in our company site, Homes by Heritage. You'll put your website. Okay, so when they're done filling out the form, they are going to be given a little button that says, would you like to see the website? And so that's fine. I'll search for homes on Homes by Heritage. The instant form here, that's where you want to create. Okay, this is the fill in the blank, sort of fill in the blanks or fill in what they're looking for. And that's what it's going to look like down below here. So I'm going to click on create form, hit continue. And this is where the form, and I know it looks a little confusing, but it's really not. Okay, it really just says, would you like to change the name of the form? I'll just name it pools, right? Do I want to have more volume of leads or higher intent? And that's quantity over quality. And what that means is, for example, keeping it simple, just getting a name and email and says, yeah, I'd like that list. And they just hit next and it gets me leads. Or did you want to specifically ask certain things? You'll get less leads, but you'll get better quality. I'm going to show you the difference. If you just do more volume, literally, it's just going to allow you to upload a background image. And I actually uploaded a picture of a pool right around here. No, where's my pool picture? I think it's this one. And that's where I got kind of a nice looking pool in the background. The greeting, so what it's going to say, right in the headline text, right here. So let's get your list. Let's just do that. And then the description below. Instant notification of all homes for sale in Bradford and surrounding area that have pools. Let's just do that for now. The question, so it's going to say, what's your email, what's your full name? You can ask other questions. I'm going to give you an example. You could do multiple choice, short answers and stuff. I like short answers. So I'm asking a very basic question. Would you like, what area are you looking for that has homes with pools, for example? And then that allows the person to just put in an answer rather than, you could do multiple choice and say Newmarket, Bradford, Barrie. You could do that. I kind of just like saying, give me an answer. If you do multiple choice, again, it's one of those things that sometimes it'll work better, sometimes it won't. Multiple choice it's easier for people not to have to think, right? Or write in, especially on your phone and stuff. So they just click on, yeah, I wouldn't mind these 3 areas. It's up to you, right? So, but you can ask those type of questions. I've put in one, just like you've seen there. You also have pre-filled the question. Ask for the user information will be pre-filled from their Facebook account. So we want the email and their full name. You could choose to also ask for their phone number. However, I believe you can only do that if we do pools form type. If we went to not the simple one that was begin. So let me just, give me 1 second. I'm gonna go back to the settings. Open, restricted. Okay, sorry. Go back to the content right from the beginning. It asked us, let me just go back to the beginning, form type. There we go. So in the form type, if you wanted to put higher intent, that's when you will be able to add more information about the person. So getting, just give me 1 second. So we got intro, the background image, the greeting, questions. Here we go. Add a category. So when you clicked on the more intent, so it's more information, you get the ability to add categories, and the add category contact fields can be phone number, state, province, country, user information, full, first, last, work information, all that. So if you wanted to add a contact field for phone number, you can now get the email, full name, and it'll ask for the phone number. Okay. Keep in mind, you'll get less leads. And if they're on Facebook, it might be a good idea to engage with them at the beginning.
What, for this guy?
Facebook.
Oh,
Sorry, somebody's unmuted themselves.
yeah.
Can I get Judy? Can I get you to Judy Kendall? Can I get you to mute yourself? Sorry, I can't actually mute because I'm there. We go. Thanks, Judy. Okay, so back to these questions that you want on your field in the fields, I would keep it simple. Personally, I would probably take phone number off. But I know a lot of people ask that question. Can I put the phone number? I need to get the phone number. I really want to make that phone call. Get them the information. They're on your Facebook. You know, it's up to you if you want phone number. I'm sort of 50-50. Depends on the advertisement and whether or not I sometimes would rather not get leads without phone numbers because they're harder to convert. But I think sometimes that, especially if you guys are going out to try this tomorrow and you put phone number and say, Aaron, I'm not generating any leads. Well, I probably know it's because you put phone number. So I want you to guys get the leads in. So just keep phone number out. You do have the ability to put the privacy link, and each of your websites have privacy links. So if you use the Remarketer site, for example, you can actually add a link for your privacy settings. So I can just type in homes by heritage again, because that is where our privacy setting is. I'll put that in there. See if that's, there we go. There's a review screen and this gives you a chance to look over. So we do have a privacy policy and you have the completion. Thanks, you're all set. You can visit our website. You can change what it says here. And you can view the website, call to action test, you can change, but I just put view a website and then you can add the link. It asks for the link up at the beginning. Don't know why it's asking again, but I'm going to put it in again. Homes by heritage. Okay. Now, as soon as you've filled out this information and you've kind of looked at what the form's going to look like. So let's go for the beginning. It's going to say, get your list, instant notification of homes for sale in Bradford surrounding area that have pools. What area you're looking for that has a pool. Now I've already put Bradford in there, so I could take that out, but I've put it in there anyway, just in case I wanted to see homes in Newmarket as well. Then the second question is enter your information, contact information. If they have it all filled out on Facebook, I have a feeling it's going to just give me the leads information and they're not going to have to fill this in because Facebook already has it, but that's what it would look like. And then here's your information and click to submit. And then it says, thanks, you're all set. You can visit our website now. You'll get the lead and then you're going to set that person up on a campaign within, you know, it could be the new Realm system, collaborates, switch over to Realm. It could be your prospect search on Stratus or Matrix, but you're going to send them houses with pools. You could have this list already printed and saved in one of your drives. So when you get the lead, you could just send a PDF list of all the homes in Bradford for the have pools. However you want to engage and convert that lead, that's up to you, but you'll get the lead, which is the good thing. And you hit publish. It says, I have an error. I'd like to review the error. It says, you must let people know how you use their data. So let people, oh, right. So I like to put, it says, let people know how the information can be used or shared. List will be sent, and you will be able to unsubscribe anytime. Let's see, that's, then hit publish. So it's kind of just letting them know that you're not going to continue sending them things that unless they want it, right? So there it is. So you've filled out you've done an ad, you've put in pictures, you've filled out the information that you want to generate people to click on your ad, and you've done the form and the information that they're going to fill in order to get their information for you to contact them, give them the value that they're asking for, which is a list of pools for sale, and you hit publish. I've already published one today, so I'm not going to do another. But when you hit publish, I'm going to go back and show you where this is going to show up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back over here and exit out. I'm going to go close. That's in draft. Yeah. So what you're going to do is you're going to see, there's my campaigns. This is the one I did. One is still in draft. That's the one we just worked on. Here are my campaigns currently. These have already been completed years ago, so I'm just going to turn those off. And here are the homes with sale. This is one I did earlier today. It says it's in review, so it's still reviewing. I have this, so it's not going out and showing anybody at this point in time. I'm going to click on that for a second. Okay, and then I'm going to show you, if you select there, you have the ability to do a few things now. It's ready to go. It's going to tell you where the delivery status is, and when it's delivering, it's going to start to give you results. And it's going to say we've reached out to 2,000 people and so many sort of impressions, and the cost per result of people clicking, filling out your form, how much you've spent, the schedule, and how many link clicks and everything. So link clicks would be more, I think, for website clicks. So it is going to give you some analytics. And if you get a lead, it's going to send you an email stating you've got the lead and who they are. Okay. And you will be able to see the charts of how it's performing as soon as it's up and running. So mine's not up and running yet. And there we go, the advanced preview. Oh, okay. Now I can share. There you go. So this is now I have the share link, and I'm going to copy that share link, and I'm going to put that in the ad in the chat window for you guys. So that's what I was looking for. So that second link that I just put in there will show you what the ad will look like. And feel free to, I don't care if you guys want to fill in the form or whatnot. That's fine. It shows you different feeds too, what the desktop feeds will look like, what the instant articles will look like. It'll also show you the Facebook in-stream video, what that looks like. And you would be able to share it, send notifications, feed stories, Facebook posts with like you can share. I like sharing the link because then people can see what that ad will look like, including yourself. So if I go to a different window, that's what the ad will look like. And I can say, yes, I'd like to show the ad. And now it shows up in my actual feed. There's the ad. Click here to see all homes with pools for sale. And then I can learn more. Thanks, you're all set because I already filled it in. It already knows I filled it in, okay? And so, and I'm just gonna open it up now. Does anybody have any questions? It can get confusing, the ads manager. It's not as easy as boosting just a post that you put on there, but it is more effective for creating forms within Facebook in order to have a creative ad. And like I said, there's so many different creative ads that you can do. I used to do things like, I was looking for like, I remember my mother-in-law was looking for a home with cathedral ceilings and like, or pillars and all this kind of stuff. I'm like, how am I going to find that? Well, we have that ability when we go into our MLS system to narrow down, for example, flex searching for homes with the remarks, the client remarks says things like cathedral ceilings. So it was kind of neat to go in like handyman special, homes that need renovation. You can put in the flex search in Stratus, handyman, fix up, renovate it, or not renovated because that would give you renovated, but but you utilize keywords in order to find certain types of homes. And as soon as you have that down as, oh, I can find homes for foreclosures or for homes with large lots, or so you can do lot size of 100 feet frontage plus or depth plus. So these are all specific type of homes that people can't search for on realtor.ca. So it gives you that ability to get creative, create an ad that has this great picture of a home with a big lot and say, would you like to see homes that are just homes with big lots for sale in your region? People will fill things in like that. You will get leads off of ads that are more creative like that. And this is how people are doing.
Thank you so much for watching. If you like our video, please hit the like button, the subscribe, and even the little bell to get notifications, just so you can stay in touch and watch more of these great videos.